Hey, what it is, everybody. This is Brett, and I just got back from a 12-mile bicycle ride. I rode downtown. I saw a big bus in front of me, and I'm like, screw this, and I went around him on the left side of him, and man, he was pissed off. So I got some bad energy from a bus driver, and so I've decided that instead of just fighting it or being like, fuck you, that I'm going to just go ahead and accept that as a clue from the universe that I need to be easier and gentler when I'm riding my bicycle and not try and do too crazy of things because I don't want to get smashed. The universe will tell me, and every person and animal and the wind and everything else is a clue. And so I need to do what I say and say what I do and listen to the universe in that regard. Okay, enough of that. I am ready to eat some food, drink some food, and I'm doing a couple different things. I've got this plantain banana that was waiting for me on the fridge that was ripe, and you know, when it gets dark, it's got to get dark before you can peel it, and then it has to be cooked. And you know, there are a lot of foods in this world, but I dare you raw foodists to figure out how to create them, digest them, without cooking them. And I want to know how you can take this squash and in a relatively short period of time get it broken down so that I can eat it like today or soon. Maybe tomorrow. Okay, you figure that out and write it down there or send me a video because yeah, inquiring brains want to know. I am making that plantain banana right there. Can you dig it, Dan McDonald? I just love to say that. Can you dig it, Dan McDonald? Who are some of the other raw gurus on there? The raw bras? Man, those are some good looking boys, aren't they? You girls are just sweating it over them. Okay, check it out. Oh, it's a little bit dark, but that's alright. It's good to have them a little bit crunchy. You want to get the burners. That one's got plenty going on there, so we're going to put the ones that aren't cooked quite so much towards the center. And what I did was I put coconut oil. Okay? And you know, that's coconut oil. And I buy it by the gallon because I'm a massage therapist. And you know, I think a really great place to buy stuff like that is mountainroseherbs.com in Oregon. They're a very good company. They're not always the cheapest, but you know, check it out. Also check out iherb.com. That's a good one. Okay, so I'm going to put the lid back on there and keep that going. Now I'm going to show you a raw smoothie that I'm making here. Okay, so I cut a half of a melon out, and I put all the melon in there. I also had a nice pear that was starting to go bad a little bit on one edge. So I just cut that bad part off. That ain't no freaking big deal. You see that? Eee, that looks bad, huh? It's got some mold in the middle of it. But you know what? I just cut that completely off of there. No trouble. If there's a worm, hell, eat it. It ain't going to hurt you. Go with organic, though. You know what's going to hurt you? Ortho. Roundup. If you're somebody that's spraying that crap in your yard, don't do it. Please don't do that. Care about yourself and care about your yard and care about your earth and your animals so that they don't get sick if they get into something. So, here's what I'm going to do. I am now going to take a spoon of flax seed. Now this is a Vitamix blender, and you know, I don't sell these, but if you really want one of these, buy it through Dan McDonald so he can make a buck or two so that he can keep feeding his kids and etc. Okay, I'm just going to grab any old spoon there. It just happens to be a measuring spoon. I'm putting a tablespoon of flaxseed in there. Woo! Now, this blender has such a high RPM that it's going to grind that flaxseed in with all the rest of that stuff, and it's going to be so smooth and it's going to be broken down so thin that you're going to be able to digest it really, really easily. Very important. Okay. You know, a lot of the modern things that we've invented, like juicers and washing machines and computers and all that, are good. It's just that, you know, a lot of people abuse them in one way, shape, or form. And you can abuse any damn thing in life, but you know, why not just be moderate? Why not be a bleeding-hearted Democrat or a right-wing Republican? Why not see the beauty in both sides? Why not be too hot or too cold or too aggressive or too submissive? Why not be moderate and come to the center? Qi, Chi, balance, one. Okay, so I put the flax seeds in there. I'm going to throw a couple of walnuts in there. If you want, you can sprout these things, or you can soak these things overnight, and then they'll be even more digestible. But you know, you don't always have time to do everything. So you just do your best in life. One thing, one day, 1 minute at a time. Woo! Okay, breathe. I want to show you something really quick. Okay. Like me, you can tell that I'm a high kind of an amped person. And oftentimes I'll find, since I'm a Vata, in Indian culture there's Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, and I'm definitely a Vata. Wiry, you know, going fast kind of a person. So if you're imbalanced in something like that, in a regard where you're too fast, like so many people are, largely because they consume, in this country, 160 pounds of sugar. You don't have to do that. Get yourself, oops, excuse me, get yourself some plantain bananas, and eat natural sugars. Whoops. 3-second rule. So eat natural sugars, and then you won't have to eat the processed sugars. That look good, huh? Woo, that looks good. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off. I'm just going to let it sit. I might even put it on low, a real low temperature, and just let it sit there and cook more and more. So, the average American consumes 160 pounds of sugar a day. So you can imagine that they are going like a bat out of hell. And that's how the whole lifestyle of our country is. People are addicted to things that are unnatural, like Coke and Pepsi. And you know, speaking of Pepsi, that's owned largely by the Mormons, so I'm told. If that's wrong, please tell me down below. But I do remember the big Pepsi plants when I lived in Ogden, right downtown when I was a little boy. So, what are we thinking? What's important? What's important in this world? What are you going to invest in on Wall Street? What kinds of stocks and bonds are you going to buy? Are you going to buy something that's addictive? Oh, just to make money? Just so that you know that, oh, Coke, those are worth a lot. Those stocks are worth a lot. Let's invest in that because, you know, anything really addictive we can make a lot of money out of. No. Put your energy where your heart and soul is. Put it there. Okay? Put your money and your time and your energy into natural things. And there is no religion for this. There isn't a religion for natural things. And you can't patent them. As soon as the patent office for this country starts allowing herbs to be patented in some way, then I'm leaving. Woo! I'm telling you, if you just keep eating whole foods and get away gradually over time, and it took me 19 years to get off of meat, but for that whole time, for that entire 19 years, I ate organic. Why? Because I'm a smart person. That's why. And I kept my expenses low, and I didn't spend money on things that I didn't need to. And if you don't get too many things, that's also good if you need to move. You know that. Moving sucks. Moving sucks. I'm going to say that again. Moving sucks. And so, anyways, speed. If you find that you're going too fast and you want to exercise some holistic healing, you could call this speed modality holistic healing, where what you do is you focus on being as smooth and eloquent as possible in your walking, in your talking, in your thinking, in your doing, in your feeling, all of the things that you're doing, your cooking. If you're turning that way too high because you're trying to get the food cooked way too fast, because you've got some kind of an activity that you've got to go to, consider canceling that activity and slowing down. Breathing. Walking smooth. Not too fast. I'm not too slow. Here I go. You see, when you're going too slow, like Grandma, then you're creating a hazard. When you're going too fast, like a 16-year-old punk, then you're also you're creating a trouble, a hazard. And so, what you want is to be moderate, to go at just the right speed, to do a lot of different things throughout your day, mix it up. Let's go get that juice going on. So, there it is. I've thrown some walnuts and some flaxseed and some melon and a pear in there. And now I'm going to put some green stuff in there. I just went and bought some alfalfa powder. Do you know what alfalfa means? King of herbs in Arabic. And I am going to put a tablespoon of that alfalfa powder in there. You know, I'm a no-nonsense kind of guy, and I really like plain herbs without any additives in capsules. For instance, where is it? Okay, here's some alfalfa juice from Solaray, and that's fine, you know, but at the same time, it's got magnesium stearate in it. I bought this from the co-op in a pure form, pure alfalfa leaf powder with no additives, no capsule to pay for, none of that. So I also bought this green powder. Nope, that's not it. But you know what? Let's put a little bit of that stevia in there. Just a little bit. I'm not sure what properties stevia has in regards to your body and what it does for you, but if somebody knows that, write it down below or look it up for me on Google, because there's only so many minutes and hours in the day, and I'm so busy, and you know, I get all this stuff going on in the back of my head, and I'm like, man, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got a client coming at 3:30, and okay, so I'm going to put some of this green powder in there too. I'm sure this already has some alfalfa, but it has a bunch of other green juices in it as well. And so now I'm going to create a super power juice. Baby. Okay, so I like to start this out mellow and then gradually increase the speed. Because, you know, that's the way I'm trying to create my light. I need the plunger. Okay, there's the plunger. Now, I like to wear ear protection. Let that run for about a minute or two. Alright. Look it up. Look at that. I made enough for me and enough for you. But since you're not here, I guess you don't get any. I guarantee you that this is going to be really, really good. Let's try it out. Good to chew it some so that you get some saliva mixed in there. Yeah. So, thank you for joining me, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That must be from Hee Haw from the 70s. Oh my God, so much television. I guarantee you that I watched enough television as a kid and all throughout my 20s, and I don't even remember when I stopped watching television. But I don't have any now. But I watched enough for the next 6 lifetimes. Just the Brady Bunch alone was enough. Alright, peace and love.